Hi everybody, in this video we're going to be talking about how to create pages and posts in your WordPress site. There are a couple different ways to do that. WordPress gives you two of these ways, the visual editor and the text editor, and then we can also add a third way called the page builder. So let's take a look at that. In the browser here, I'm just going to go ahead and click on the address for this new website I created here. I'm just going to go ahead and click on that login address and then put in my username and password. Okay, so here we arrive at the dashboard, and what we're going to do is we're just going to take a look at the buttons we have. So on the left hand side you can see we have posts and pages, and then under each one we have an add new button. So we can use that to create a new post or a new page. And then we also have this admin bar at the very top, which is this black horizontal bar, and we have the new button there, so we can create a new post or a new page using that also. So let's just go ahead and click on new page. And you can see that we get a title here, so we can fill in this title. So let's just call this Contact Us. And then in the content area here, we'll put some placeholder text. We'll say, we'd love to hear from you. Our phone number is 555-555-5555. So that's just a good placeholder. And really this is really all we need to create a page. We actually don't even need any content, but it's good to leave a placeholder here. So everything else you see here is pretty much extra for pages. Because if you look over here, we have the publish area where we can just control things about publishing this page. And then we have page attributes where we can set this parent page, so we can set a structure for our pages that way, like have a sub page of another page, and we can set the order of this page as well. So that covers these two boxes here, and then below that we have the featured image, and this is actually not commonly utilized for pages, so you don't really have to set this for your pages. This is more of a post thing, so you do want to set this on your blog posts, but not necessarily your pages. So in addition to that, we just have the permalink up by the title, and this is just the address of the page. So you can see that this will have the address of Contact Us at the end. So that's when you go to a website and you click on a link like Join Now, and you can see that the address of that page is whatever.com/join. The permalink there is join. So the permalink here is Contact Us. And we can talk about permalinks and how to use these the right way for search engine optimization in a different video. But for now, you can just know that the permalink is here and you can change it with this edit button. Other than that, the last area that we haven't talked about is probably the most important area, the content area. So good blogging is all about quality content, so you want to have high quality content in the content area here. So as you can see, we have an add media button. You can use that to add images. So I just click on add media, and then we can just drag and drop a file into here and then insert it into the page. We can look at that in a different video, but that's a basic way to add media. And you can also see that on the left hand side we can create a gallery, so we can just go to the media library and select multiple items to create a nice evenly spaced layout, which is what the gallery is. And then we can also insert from URLs, so we can put a YouTube address in here to add a YouTube video. So we can cover content adding in detail in a later video, but in this video we're going to teach you the basics of how to make a page. So anyway, that's how you add your media. And then we have this toolbar here. So this controls the text formatting and things like that. So we have one row of buttons, but let's click on this button that says toolbar toggle, and that gives us an entire second row of buttons. So let's just go from the left to the right to explain what these buttons do. So first we have bold. That's pretty obvious. We select text and make it bold. Then we have italics. That's pretty obvious. We select the text and make it italics. So, but then we have strike through, and then we have a bulleted list. So we can have a couple of items like that and then just tell it to be in a bulleted list. And then we can make it a numbered list, and then we can make something a quote. We can add a horizontal line, we can have a line left, center, and right, and then we have an insert link button. That's probably the most useful button here. And what I'm going to do is put a sample line of text in here, and then I'm going to highlight the products page text and then click insert link, And now we can either type in an address here like google.com, or we can actually click on this arrow to link to our existing content and then actually select a page that already exists in our site, or a post, or anything else that shows up here. So we can do that to click add link, and now that text has the link on it that goes actually to the product page. In this case, it's going to a sample page, but in the real world, we would make it go to an actual page. But anyway, that's how you make a link, and then you can break the link with this button right next to it. And then we have the read more tag. That's not important. We can actually ignore that one. Then we get to the second row of buttons. So we have the heading levels in this little drop-down menu, and that's very important for search engine optimization, because the search engines want to see that you have headings in your page in the right places and used the right way. So once we get to search engine optimization, we'll see that these headings here are a big deal. For now, it's just good to try and organize your content. So like your main idea would be in heading level 1, and then you have your first paragraph, and then you have like a sub idea, and then a paragraph below that, and then you can have a sub idea, and then a paragraph below that, and then we just go up and we can set heading levels that actually make sense. So the main idea would be the biggest heading, level 1, and then sub idea would be level 2, and then your sub idea would be level 3. So the idea is to just try to organize the content in a way that makes sense with these headings. So that's about it for let's see, adding those heading levels. And then we have a underline button and a text color button. So that's pretty cool, because we can just change the color of the text right here, make that red for the phone number. And then we have paste as text and a couple of kind of option buttons here. So anyway, that is the visual editor, which is in this tab right here that says visual, and it's okay for adding plain old content like text and images just in a straight one column format. But if we want to break this page up into different columns, like let's say we want a left hand column or middle column and a right hand column, we really can't do that in the visual editor, at least not without using some kind of extension or plugin. So we have the answer to this visual editor's problems is what's called a page builder. So let's look at this PowerPoint. So we have the visual editor, text editor, and page builder. Those are the 3 ways we can make a page or a post. And the page builder is the best way. It's the easiest way. So we're going to cover that in a later class, in a later video. But for now, it's good to know how to use the visual editor, because you're still going to have to use these kind of buttons in this area, this kind of layout when you're using the page builder. So for now, let's just know that the visual editor is here, and then the text editor is here, and this shows you all the code in the page. So if you need to go in here to change something, you can do that. But so in the next upcoming videos, we're going to take a look at how to add high quality media, how to use the page builder, and that kind of thing. So that's about it for adding a page. The last thing is that this publish area here is very useful. You can save the page as a draft so that you don't lose your work, but you don't necessarily have to publish it. And then you can also preview the page whether you've saved it as a draft or not, and it'll open in a new tab and show us what that looks like. And then we can go back here, and then we have the publish button finally. So we can just click publish, and this will actually publish this page. So this will publish that contact us page, and then from that point we could just go look at the site to see if it added itself to our menu, and if not, we can go add it to the menu. So yeah, I'm not seeing that it added itself to our menu, so we can go to menus in the dashboard here, and then once we're at this menus area, we can create a main menu, and then once that's created, we just go grab a page or two and click add to menu, and then we click save menu, and then we go refresh the page, and we should see some kind of menu over here. And yeah, you know, from this point we actually need to associate that menu to the primary menu location, save that menu. So we just check that box and hit the save button, and we come back here and refresh, and then now we should see that menu on this page. Okay, yeah, so here's the menu. It only has the one item. We click on that, and boom, there's our new Contact Us page. So this is how we create a page. Creating a post is very similar, so let's take a look at that. We just go New Post in that admin bar area, and then we can title this post something like 2016 events list. And then here we can just say events coming soon. So you can see that the main content area is the same as creating a new page, and the permalink area is just about the same. The title is the same. Publish area is about the same. But then we have format. So you just leave this at standard usually. And then categories, we can add a new blog post category here. So this would be something like news, and then we just add that new category. Then we have tags. So these are things that would describe this blog post. So this would be events, fun, barbecue, things like that. And it can actually be more than one word. So this would be, summer fun, something like that. So that's tags. And then we have featured image. This is actually important because your website, whenever it displays a list of all your blog posts, it's going to use the featured image as the thumbnail for the blog post. So it's good to set these featured images here. And for example, if we just choose this image right here, this is a nice generic image. We click set featured image, and then it shows up right here. So at that point, we just publish the post. And then if we go back to the website, we should see this new post since it's published. So let's do that. We click on the house icon. It takes us back to the website, and there is our new post on the home page. So that's just about it for creating new posts and pages. You can do most of the website building process just knowing that, because making a good website is all about high quality content. So you really just want to focus on creating new pages that have good content that's easy to read and things like that. So that's just about it for this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.